Hello friends, welcome to Stock Mart channel. Here in this video, we are going to discuss about a quality mid-cap stock, CDSL, otherwise known as Central Depository Services Limited. CDSL is a market infrastructure institution which is part of the capital market structure, providing services to all market participants like exchanges, clearing corporations, depository participants, issuers and investors. It is a facilitator for holding of securities in the dematerialized form and an enabler for securities transactions. The company facilitates holding of transactions in securities in the electronic form and facilitates settlement of trades executed on the stock exchanges. These securities include equities, debentures, bonds, units of mutual funds, certificates of deposits, commercial papers, and treasury bills. If you had to invest in a stock, there had to be a lot of paperwork to be done, after which a physical certificate will be issued in your name from the stock exchange. So every time you buy a share, you will get the physical certificates. So just understand the huge amount of paperwork involved in this entire process and how difficult it would have been. But then there was an introduction of demat account that stores information in electronic form, and this completely reduced the entire paperwork and made the trading process very efficient. So every time when you buy a share, the information is stored in your demat account, and this made compulsory for everyone to create a demat account before starting investing in Indian stock market. And that created an opportunity to provide digital services to millions of shareholders in India in the form of a demat. It gave birth to two companies, NSDL and CDSL. In this video, we're going to discuss the fundamentals of CDSL. What is depository? A depository is an entity that holds your securities like stocks, bonds, etc. in demat form or dematerialized form. As an investor, if you want to invest in stocks or bonds, you need to open a demat account. This demat account is held with a depository and all your shares, bonds, etc. are stored with them. Now, there are two things here, depository and depository participants. As mentioned, depository holds your securities in demat form, but as an investor, when you need to open a demat account, you need to reach out to depository participants who are the agents of depositories. So these depository participants are registered with depositories. Normally, your brokerage firm also acts as a depository participant. For example, Zerodha is a brokerage firm, but it will also act as a depository participant. I hope by now you would have known about the difference between depository and depository participants. The list here mentioned are CDSL's depository participants to open demat account online. CDSL has over 7 crore demat accounts and recently made a record for opening 4 crore plus active demat accounts within a year. And there are a surge in number of demat accounts from CDSL. As of today, there are two depositories in India, that is CDSL and NSDL. So you can imagine that every time when an investor needs to open a demat account, the person has to take the services of CDSL or NSDL. If you talk about the leadership, Mr. Nehal Vora is the managing director and CEO of CDSL. He has over 2+ decades of experience in the security and regulation market. He started his career in 1996 with SEBI, and later on he headed the broking and investment banking compliance at DSP Merrill Lynch. He has joined CDSL as CEO and MD in 2019, and before that he was Chief Regulatory Officer at BSE. So he has been very experienced and has been instrumental in the growth of CDSL since he joined in 2019. As of now, CDSL has a market cap of 11,607 crores. Overall, on the product portfolio and leadership, we say that it has given a very good positive outlook. If you talk about the competitive strengths of the company, CDSL is India's largest security depository in terms of number of accounts, with the highest share of incremental growth of demat accounts, and also the highest number of depository participants registered in the depository business. There are 600 depository participants registered in CDSL, including Zerodha. On future growth prospects, it is termed as high growth potential in Indian economy. There is more demat accounts due to awareness of higher growth in Indian economy, and it is bound to become third largest economy in the world after US and China. India is already one of the biggest consumption market in the world. The salaries are rising, the spendings are rising, and government is spending billions of money in building the infrastructure of the country, and this would provide a very good growth for the Indian economy. And when Indian economy grows, then more and more investors would want to be a part of the Indian economy. And this would attract a lot of investors to open the demat account and invest in the Indian economy via stock market and mutual fund. Launch of new IPOs. There are a lot of craze towards IPOs in India. Everyone wants to be a part of growth journey of potential companies from the beginning, and this results in the huge number of demat account openings and there's long list of potential IPOs in the pipeline, namely Scient, HMA Agro Industries, Tata Technologies Limited, etc. And this results in surge of demat accounts opening and eventually brings good profits for CDSL. Growing awareness towards investment. Earlier, people used to get and shy away from the stock market. They used to invest in FDs, insurance, golds, and other traditional ways of investment. But in today, many people want to invest in stocks and mutual funds. This shift in investment would drive growth for CDSL. The other thing is ease of investment. Earlier, it was pain to invest in stock, where everything was in the form of paper, and you have the difficulty to call your agent, and it required a lot of efforts and time. But now, investment in stocks and mutual funds is a matter of few clicks. Thanks to the growing fintech ecosystem in the country, as there are a lot of players in the investment space that provides investment platform at negligible cost. It has attracted a lot of new generation investors in India. So all these factors drive growth for CDSL in India. If you look at the price chart of CDSL, it has started its journey during June 2017 with a price band of 267 rupees and now it is trading at 1110 rupees. So if you see overall, it has given a huge whopping returns of 325% for the retail investors. So this shows how potential and how strong this company is, and it has consistently given growth for the investors over the period of years. Over the years, the company has given a steady and increase in profits. If you look at on Jan 2015, it has given 105 crore profit, and now it has given 555 crores profit. So that is a very good positive sign for the company. If you look at the operating profit margin on June 2015, it was at 105 percentage. Now it is at 555 percentage. So that shows the consistent growth and phenomenal performance for the company. CDSL has a very stable revenue base due to repeat business in multiple offerings in Indian security and financial services market. So if you look at the performance of revenue, it has given a cumulative average growth return of 24% over the last 5 years. If you see on Jan 2015, it has given 105 crores and now it is at 555 crores. If you look at the return on equity and return on capital employed, you see the consistent surge in the performance. ROE, it was at 12.1% in Jan 2015 and it is now at 28.1 percentage. Similarly, the ROCE is maintaining consistently from 12.1 percentage and it has increased to 35.2 percentage. So normally for a good company, the return on equity and return on capital employed should be more than 10%. And in this case, it is 28% and 35.2% respectively. So that shows a very good potential and it keeps growing. Company is completely debt free, which means that they don't have any long-term borrowings and any short-term borrowings as well. So that this is a very good sign for an investors to keep accumulating the stock and have this in the portfolio for long term and keep increasing their wealth. CDSL's reserves are growing rapidly from Jan 2015 till Jan 2023. It started with 265 crores to 375 crores in 2016 to 429 crores in 2017, and presently it is at 1109 crores. BO accounts, otherwise called as beneficiary owner accounts or identification number. Beneficiary owner identification number is an 8-digit number used to identify a unique demat account held with the depository, that is CDSL, through the depository participant. Here the point to note is on March 2023 it is at 8.3 crores and it was at 3.97 crores during June 2021. So it has given a multi-fold increase in crores. If you look at the shareholding pattern of CDSL, promoter is holding 20%, foreign institutional investors holding 14%, domestic institutional investors holding 18.4%, public is having 46.8%, and others are in a negligible percentage. So the overall sentiments looks very good for this company and analysts prefer to buy the stock for long-term wealth creation. Having said that, there are huge growth opportunities for CDSL in the next 5 to 10 years, and hence, rather than waiting for the right time to invest, the better strategy is to keep investing systematically or keep buying on dips. These are not stock recommendations, and it is advised to do your own analysis. So, if you really like the content of this video, please do click the like button and do subscribe for more such interesting videos in the future. Till then, take care and stay safe.